it's Brenda with Vintage Adventure, and I've got a haul for you. I haven't had one all summer long, almost, because I haven't really been thrifting. I've just been listing and selling. Actually, selling has really picked up in the last few weeks, so that's good. I have so much inventory that there is really no need for me at this point as a hobby seller on eBay to go out and get any more. But we did go on a really long road trip, and we did take 2 of those days on our way up to stop at a couple of thrift stores. I'm going to show you where we went. We drove from Minneapolis, St. Paul, across Wisconsin. Let's see, where am I? Right here. So we drove all the way across Wisconsin through the Upper Peninsula to Sault Ste. Marie, and then we took the Trans-Canada Highway to through cottage country of Ontario to a wedding outside of Ottawa in Calabogie. Cute little cabin or little motel that had been turned into a little resort, wedding venue. Then we spent a night in Ottawa at our nephew's. The other nephew, the one nephew got married, and then the other nephew lives in Ottawa, and we spent a night at his place, and then we biked the Ottawa Canal. It's called the Rideau Canal, I think. I did do a YouTube short. I did get some of my stuff mixed up there. I believe the canal was built in before 1812 to create a new or alternative to the St. Lawrence Seaway, which we were along the St. Lawrence River for much of the trip. We were going to stop in Montreal on our way to Quebec, but we decided not to. So we went all the way up to Quebec, which is at the mouth of the St. Lawrence Seaway. We were going to come down through Maine on the old Canada Highway, but we decided not to. Plus, I kind of had an autoimmune flare. So we just drove back the way we came. So we did get to see some of Old Town Quebec, which is really cool. It's one of the first forts on the Atlantic seaboard, or at least on the St. Lawrence Seaway. But then we drove back through Montreal, did not stop, back through Ottawa, and then back through Sudbury and Sault Ste. Marie back home. So that was a 9-day trip. The first 5 days were all wedding and family related. We really didn't have time to do kind of what we wanted, but we really loved biking in downtown Ottawa. That was pretty cool. Let's go back right there.
I'm trying to take my own picture. Yes,
Wow. Try that. Open. Share behind you. I'm taking a movie though. I can play this video, man.
My phone is in 3%.
Okay, now we're riding along the canal, and we'll do a loop and then come back to that lake. There's another lock at the end of this canal. bunch of apple trees that we want to buy. I don't know what happened to Johnny. Oh, there he is. We had one of Tony's sisters with us on the way up, so she likes to thrift, so we stopped at a few thrift stores on the way up. I think we only stopped on one and a garage sale on the way back. Not a bunch of great stuff, but I'll just get started. This was a Swedish dishcloth that I purchased at a yard sale for $3. Really cool mid-century design in perfect condition. I think someone will love this. This is made by Almadals in Sweden, but thought that was really cool, that cat. I think that was the last thing we bought. I'm gonna kind of go backwards. Maybe that'll refresh my memory. Then we stopped at a north central Wisconsin Goodwill. We have the Twin City Goodwills around here. Just east of us in Menominee is the northwestern Wisconsin Goodwills. So they are very similar to the ones in the north central part of the state, and we did stop at one. The best piece I got, is probably the best piece of the whole trip, was this Blackware piece. Got it for $2.99 at this Goodwill. I think it was in Antigo. I'm gonna have a video of this little thrift store because there was a lot of stuff I did not buy that was really good. But I did buy Donna Rosa San Bartolo, Oaxaca, Mexico, this Blackware vase for $2.99. Thought that was pretty cool. Then also they had all their accessories in bins marked for $1.99. I found these Dior sunglasses. I think that they're authentic. They have the nice screws in them, metal screws throughout. I haven't searched these online yet. They have a model number, so I will look them up. But I hope I can get $50 for these. Again, $1.99 I paid for them. Then I paid $1.99 for another one of these. I have one I'm going to list. I'm going to list them together, his and hers. So I don't think, these are about $10 each. So I'm hoping that with listing it with the other one, I'll get a little bit more out of the deal. That was probably it at that Goodwill. Oh, here's one other piece. This is very interesting. It's a little cup that's Asian inspired. It has gold leafing on it. I'm gonna try to peel this off without pulling off the gold leaf. There we go. Oh, that looks good. But I just thought it was interesting. It has a super old mark on it. If anyone knows what that mark is, let me know, but who knows? And then it has this little, it looks like kind of an early plastic lid on it. That was intriguing to me. I don't know if this is original, but it seems to fit on there. So if anybody knows what this is, I just bought it on a whim because I liked it. And I think it had a yellow tag, so it was half off. Yeah, I just thought it was neat. And it looked very vintage with this stamp on it. So that was it, I think, for that Goodwill. Then we stopped, well, I'm going backwards now. So this was in the States. But we did spend some time in Gladstone, Michigan, and let's see, that was the Goodwill in Antigo. We went to a Value Village in Sudbury, Ontario. We went to a St. Vincent in Gladstone, Michigan, a Goodwill in Escanaba, and a St. Vincent's in Manistee. So we just stopped at ones that were really easy on our way up to access. And again, not intentionally thrifting, but stopping just for a break on our trip and to see what kind of goodies we could find. Let's see. Here's a St. Vincent de Paul. Found some Bakelite, a strainer here. I think this is for deep frying. It's got the nice Bakelite handle on it. I paid 49 cents for that. I've got a whole box of Bakelite utensils that I need to bust out and start listing. I once had a set of 4 of these cocktail or iced tea spoons with a Bakelite. It was the butterscotch Bakelite. I think I sold them for about $30 for the 4, but I only have one of these, and I think this was 49 cents too. Okay, what else from the St. Vinny's? Not sure where this came from, but it's a little notepad and desk set with a golfer on it. Just maybe butternut wood. It's got a pewter golfer. I don't think it's anything special, but I think it was like $2, so I picked it up. Let's see. Here is something from the Value Village in Canada. That was kind of fun to go to. Again, that was in Sudbury. That's a pretty big town in the cottage country. This is a aggregate pen holder that I spent $4 on. It's got a brass pen holder. It's got some kind of an aggregate, and then it says Balfour, Jewelry's Finest Craftsman. So it must be, I haven't looked anything up on this, but I love pens and pen collectibles. So I picked this up for $4. That same vein, this was another, I think this was one of the Goodwills we stopped at. I picked up this, I think it was in Manistee? Escanaba. This was $2.99. It was a pen holder with your anchor. It's made out of copper. It's got that old felt bottom. No pen with it, but just thought it was cool. And then it says Wreck of the SS Otradoc, Copper Harbor, Michigan. So I'm hoping somebody will be looking for this vintage souvenir. It's just kind of cool. So that was the other pen item that I purchased. What else? Oh, here's a mystery item. These are French faience pottery in that kind of Majolica glaze. When I Google this mark, I get Robert Picot, a mid-century French artist who did a lot of geometrics, and he did a lot of this green striping with other geometrics in it. But usually it's signed with a big RP on the bottom, so I'm not really sure. I need to do more research. But I have a tea set. I paid, I think $3 for the creamer and the sugar. And then I have, or maybe it's an espresso set since it's Italian or French. I have, let's see, 5 or 6 cups and saucers. 6. And I paid $4 for this in a little thrift store. So again, it kind of has a Mackenzie Child vibe, but it is either French or Italian Majolica. We'll have to do a little bit more. Maybe this is Robert Picot's early signature. I don't know, but I'm still doing a little research on that. But I paid $7 for the set in its entirety. Here's another item from the St. Vinny's. This is a little brass hummingbird statue. I just thought it was cute. It's super dirty. It sort of is articulated, but 99 cents. Not sure what I'll be able to get for this, but I thought it was really cute. Hilo Hattie's Hawaiian mugs are pretty collectible. This was at the St. Vinny's in Gladstone. I'll show you the mark. I paid like 49 cents for this, less half off. There's the mark right there. But really pretty. I've had these before and sold them. Another piece, I think this was a St. Vinny. No, this is a private thrift store. $1.69 was this, I forget what you call this painting. Gosh, I did it in college. We had a Japanese painting teacher. I'm gonna call it Sumi, but that's not it. Just painting with the black inks. Boy, I wish I could remember that. Ugh, getting old sucks. But I thought it was kind of a cool print. I thought there would be another one, but I couldn't find one, so $1.69. We'll see what happens with that. Here's another piece from the private thrift store, a little teapot. This looked somewhat vintage. Again, I think this is probably tourist wear. I'm gonna take the tape off here. Oh good, it's not peeling off any of the hand painting. That's good, and it's in good shape. But there's the teapot. It's got a little dragon figure or foo dog figure on the end. Just really cute, and then very vintage, I think. We'll see. Again, trying things that I don't know much about. Oh, this was a great find at the Savers, or the Value Village in Canada, was this Anushka little dog purse. Super cute with the dog and butterfly. I think this is about $65 on eBay. It's in great condition, signed Anushka. Thrilled to get that. Again, I paid up for it. I paid $9.99, but I think I'll be able to quadruple my money at least on this piece. I think this was one of the best finds so far of the trip, and maybe that Blackware pottery. Here's a little carved Swedish box that I purchased, $4.49. Didn't actually realize this was missing its foot. So I'll have to have Tony give me a little piece to glue on to here. But that was kind of a disappointment. But it's got those little lovebirds and the hand-carved finish. What else did I get? Oh, I bought a little perfume bottle for 49 cents. This is, I don't know, it's some perfume. Let's see. I've sold most of the ones that I've had. Lalique bottle. Oh, that's cool. Made in France. Oh, and it is L'air du Temps. Boy, when we were in Quebec, it was like being a fish out of water. But as soon as you speak English, people start, you know, I don't speak French, I'm sorry, and then they'll speak English. So it was very interesting to be in a city where English is not the native language, a city in North America. But anyway, and then I bought this haiku for myself. Again, this was like $1, and it's a nice perfume, so purchased that for self. Oh, we're getting down here very quick. Here is another little private thrift shop. I purchased this little frog with the lily pads. Just thought this was a cute little 70s item. It's redware. It's a picture frame. I purchased that for $1. Hopefully someone will love that. I have no idea what that value might be. And then another thing purchased at one of the private thrift shops where I got the plaid tea set was this little piece with a mermaid on it. It's Raku Lisa, it's signed by. There's a few different potters named Lisa that I found. None of it sort of rings to their style, but this little mermaid vase I thought was really adorable. Bought a Shisham wood plant riser for 50 cents for myself. another one. And then I bought this little cork holder for a wine bar. This was $1 again at the Jarrett thrift store, which was a little private one. I don't know what this will do. I just thought it was cool. 99 cents. And then the final purchases are some jewelry. So I'll get into that. Here was a little heart pendant. I think it's signed sterling somewhere. Two-sided engraved. I bought a little sterling bracelet and matching necklace for $4.99. That was at a St. Vinny's in Gladstone, Michigan. Couple of pendants that are hand painted. I do really well with these. I did pay up for them. Again, at the St. Vinny's in Gladstone. There's this one. It's got the painted oval center with faux pearls. Paid up a little bit for that. And then this, oops, this little hand painted one was also $3.49. It's got brown and some other colors. But that was kind of cute. Like, I need jewelry. I do not need jewelry. I have so much to list. I bought a little rhino keychain. That was 49 cents, hand carved. Sterling ring. It says, what's it say? You are my sunshine. But very nice sterling ring. And then Tony's sister bought one too, but she lost it in a restaurant, and she ended up calling the restaurant, and they had it, so they're gonna send it to her. She was pretty bummed. But these were 99 cents at the store that we bought them at. And then one other thing from a private thrift store were these little cameo, carved black glass cameo earrings, clip-on earrings. I don't know if they have a maker. I haven't really looked at them, but they're kind of cute. And here's the other one. So that was my unintentional thrifting on our big summer trip. We are taking another trip very soon up to Madeline Island to help my sister's friend work on her cabin. My husband's going to do some carpentry, help her with some carpentry up there. So we're getting ready to do that this month. One of the things up there is they have a thrift store in their dump on Madeline Island. And last year when we went up, I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't know that until we left. So I said, next year when we come up, we're going to videotape that thrift store. So hoping to be able to do that. Oh, one other item I purchased was this nice mid-century pot. It almost looks like fat lava glaze. Don't know where it's made. I think I paid 50 cents for this, but I thought it was I just sold one of my fat lava pieces. So maybe that kind of a buyer will be interested in this. It looked very much like this, except it was black and orange. So that is it for our unintentional thrift haul on our trip to Canada. And thanks for watching. Let me know what your favorite item is. If you know anything about any of the items shown, drop that in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Hopefully this winter I'll be working on some videos of the stuff I'm listing. Here's some of the things I just listed recently, or they're going to be posted tomorrow on eBay. I've got, I'll show you those. Still in my sweatpant pajamas. But I've got a couple of Nambe candy or trinket dishes. These are vintage from 1994. Nambe number 116. These are listed. I think I put them up for $29.99 for the pair, or best offer. Another Nambe piece. Boy, this is one of my favorites. This little ashtray slash trinket dish slash soap dish. Nambe number 573. in very good shape. I don't remember what I listed that for. Here's a Van Briggle style mid-century modern vase. It's not Van Briggle, but it is signed R. Ostadad or Ostadal. It's a matte blue glaze. It's in that same style of Van Briggle. They were usually bigger, like 11 inches. This is 7 inches. I have no idea what this will bring, but it is really a cool style. So hopefully someone will like that. Here is a made in Germany, or I'm sorry, made in Italy flower frog with the clover on it. So a few of these sold. So I listed this. Here's a Mardi Gras or Carnival mask. I may have showed all these things in previous haul videos, but I listed this, I think, for, I don't know, $15.99 or best offer. A few of those have sold. And then your little cotton ball bunny. This one, it looks like California pottery, the ones that are listed as California pottery on eBay, but I'm not sure that it is. It does have the plastic cork in the bottom, so it's all ready to go for your bathroom. Just give it a clean it out, wash it, and then you can start pulling your cotton balls out. But those are listed on eBay as of tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.